Hi there, I'm Maddie and I'm a communication project assistant. I'm also in my 5th year of neuroscience and mental health, and I have another job working for the Department of Housing and Residence Life Services. If you mix that with friends, family, and a relationship, you could say that I'm a pretty busy girl. However, I am pretty good at scheduling, and most of the time I get it all done. But sometimes I do have to make tough choices, and those come in the form of compromise. And unfortunately, like other students and like other busy people I know, self-care is the first thing that I scratch from my schedule. Now, self-care are those little things. They're not necessarily big, but it's the things that you do for you that make you feel good. It can be as simple as going to get your nails done, or going to the gym, or just taking the long way and going the scenic way and getting that longer walk in. But those are the things that I tell myself I don't have time for, and I have to scratch from my schedule, but I know it affects me. So this week, it's fall break, and I have a little extra time, but I also am recognizing that my November is going to be really busy, and I want to set myself up for success. So this week, I'm challenging myself to reintroduce self-care to my routine. For the next 7 days, I'm going to do one self-care item a day that really promotes my well-being and makes me feel good. Because don't get me wrong, I love all of those self-care things. I will buy into anything that makes me feel or look healthier. Those are things that I totally value. But being a student that works 2 jobs and has a life outside of that, it's easiest for me to get rid of. But I don't want that mindset, and I want to change that mindset. So that's what this week is for. For the next 7 days, I'm going to go on this transformational journey to hopefully reintroduce self-care into my routine, and I'm taking you along with me so that I can share my experiences and what I've learned. Hey there, it's Maddie, and I'm coming at you from the editing studio. I'm actually just editing in my bed, but I am editing, and I'm realizing that I really haven't done the best job of setting up this week for you. You don't really know what to expect, and so I'm back with a little bit more information to hopefully make my goals and expectations and really what I'm trying to achieve this week a little more clear. So firstly, I'm trying to make small, sustainable changes. I fully recognize that my week right now is a lot different than it normally looks, and so I'm trying to find things that I can implement in my everyday life so when it picks up next week, that are going to be continuous things that are good ways for me to practice wellness and to take care of myself that I can keep in my schedule and won't tell myself that I don't have time for. Next, I'm trying to be budget conscious. I'm a student and I live on a student budget, and this is a great challenge for that because there are a ton of ways that you can practice wellness for little to no money, so I'm really trying to capitalize on those this week. And lastly, I just want you to keep in mind that this is wellness for me and that wellness looks different for everybody. So I totally encourage you to get out there and try the things that I'm doing, but just because it works for me doesn't necessarily mean it would work for you, and that's okay. I encourage you to find the things that really work for you and to try to implement them into your routine as I am. So now that we kind of have an outline of what I'm really looking for and what the purpose of this challenge is, we're going to get into the footage and I'll show you what I did. So it's Saturday, it's about 1 p.m. and I have just finished working fall preview day. And today is the kind of day that makes you fall in love with Ottawa. It's sunny, the leaves are changing color, and it's just really a beautiful day. And it's also kind of a weird Saturday for me because I don't have anywhere to be. I don't really have any assignments and I'm not working anymore today, so it's kind of weird. But I do have some errands to run. And typically I'm the kind of person that would order an Uber because quite frankly, I have places to be and it's the fastest way to do it. But given that I have nowhere to be and it's such a beautiful day, I think that I am going to walk through the glebe and do my errands that way and really just take in this day. So I'm walking through the glebe and look at how cute these displays are, but also look at how beautiful these fresh apples are. Kind of inspires me to make some apple crumble. So it's Sunday, it's about 10 a.m. and I think that I'm going to venture down to Byward Market today just to kind of see what kind of excitement there is out there because it's another really nice day and I kind of want to capitalize on taking this up. Sunday actually turned out to be a big market day because I found myself going from Byward Market to the Lansdowne Farmers Market, and then I actually found an antique market that was on campus. So yesterday while I was walking through the glebe, I did actually pick up some of those apples. and I got them here in this bowl. And tonight I'm actually going to like a Friendsgiving to celebrate Thanksgiving with some friends that I didn't see over the holiday. And I think to that I'm going to make that apple crumble to take with. So here I am. I am just peeling 6 washed Macintosh apples. I chose to use Macintosh, but you can use whatever apple you would like. So I'm just peeling them to remove all of the skin, and then I am just cutting them into thin slices so that they'll all cook evenly, and putting them in a glass bowl so that I can mix them with the other ingredients. Here I am just combining half a cup of white sugar with half a cup of brown sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon, which I'll just mix with the apples and place into a baking dish. To make the crumble topping, I am just combining 2 tablespoons of melted butter with half a cup of rolled oats, a quarter cup of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of flour. So here we have our crumble, and it's done, and it was really easy to make, as you can see following around in that video. Honestly, it was just using ingredients that I have kicking around my kitchen anyway, but super easy to make and also just a nice easy fall dessert. It's not quite done yet because I'm going to wait until I get to my friends to bake it just so we can enjoy it when it's fresh, but I'll just bake it at 375 for about 35 to 40 minutes, and just so that the apples underneath kind of caramelize, and then this top bit here gets nice and kind of crispy and golden, and then we'll top it off with some French vanilla ice cream when we serve. So I just got home from Friendsgiving and it's really late and I'm really tired, but we had a really wonderful time. I have had a busy weekend. I have crammed a lot in. I haven't even been filming everything, and I've really been on the go, but I'm really glad because I feel like I've really been doing those things that make me feel good, and I feel healthier doing them too. I know that I have been in the sun and it feels good, and I know that I've been meeting my step goal and surpassing it, which is awesome and what I should be doing. But I also totally recognize that this weekend isn't my typical weekend. I was able to spend a couple of hours in the market just kind of wandering aimlessly, which I don't necessarily always have the time for. So I think that for the rest of the week, I'm going to be a little bit more intentional in trying to find things that are like 15 or 20 minutes, even an hour, just so that they're more sustainable additions that I can kind of keep in my schedule on an everyday basis or an every week basis, rather than things that I'm just going to do for this week. So I'm really tired, so I'm gonna get some sleep, but I just wanted to kind of end off the vlog, and I'll be back with the next one that'll kind of just show what I did on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of my fall break. Have a good night!